Hello there. Welcome to my views and news. A viewer asked a question saying, Sajid, what are the real challenges being faced by Fano fighters? How can Fano meet these challenges? Can Fano meet these challenges? And how big are these challenges? Will Fano fighters just keep on fighting like Ola? Is Fano learning from Tigray, Defense Force, TPLF? Uh, I thought about it. There are four main challenges being faced by Fano groups, which I want to speak on in this video. One by one, we'll try to analyze these challenges. First major challenge for groups in the Amhara region is the lack of a leadership. The anti-government bloc, anti-government Amhara bloc has no single leader. There is opposition party, Nama. There are some other opposition parties too. There is politician turned fighter, Skandar Naga. There are armed groups, Fano groups, all being led by their commanders. They are, so far, they have only created some zonal level structures, still a long way to go. They have not been able to form any central setup, let alone accepting one central leader. Skandar was launched in a bid to fill in this vacuum. There is vacuum in the Amhara region. Lack of leadership is the vacuum. Skandar was projected, but Skandar is not. Skandar has not been able to get acceptance among all Fano groups. During Tigray war, we saw that high-level committee was established, which was monitoring the situation in Tigray, outside Tigray. That committee consisted of both politicians and journalists. The Bratzian was part of it, Getachew was part of it, Varade, Sadkan, others. That committee made big decisions. So, Fano groups, they have no single leader. They have no such committee. Whether they reach Addis Ababa or not, they need some central body to make political decisions, to make military strategies, to make those decisions which need input from all Fano groups. Almost a year has passed since Fano resistance movement. So far, no leadership has emerged in the Amhara region. Yes, I say that their military strategy perhaps suits their way of struggle, that if they turn into a large army, maybe they will be more vulnerable to large-scale operation, large-scale attacks. They don't want to be like TDF. The TDF, despite having established a military, could not reach Addis Ababa. So they want to continue with guerrilla warfare, but one day they'll have to up the ante and take their resistance movement to a new level. And then they'll need, obviously, some bodies, central level bodies, some leadership, which is missing. And there are problems between Fano commanders too. I won't say that there are serious issues. There are issues. Who will bring all these groups on one page and create central setup and some central leaders. Uh, Suppose Fano fighters reach Addis Ababa. Obviously, Massafint or Zamina Kasi or Masrisha or Mere Bodajo cannot lead the country. No one is going to accept them. They need some sort of central body, a body which can appoint anyone to lead the country in collaboration with other allies. So that is what they'll have to do. They are in talks among each other, but so far they have not been able to fill in the vacuum of lack of leadership. Second major challenge for Fano groups is logistical challenge. Fano groups are, by the way, diaspora, Amhara diaspora supportive of Fano is very generous. I talk to them, I know they say that the Fano fighters are risking their lives for us. So why shouldn't we support Fano? But this money raised abroad is perhaps not reaching the right recipients. That is why we have been hearing from complaints from some Fano fighters, Fano groups. Where Buddha just spoke, uh, expressed his reservations about fundraising abroad. Several groups, several individuals are raising money, if not minting money, in the name of Fano. The way diaspora is supporting Fano, I think there shouldn't be any logistical challenges for Fano fighters. Fano groups should have bought weapons and other logistics to upgrade their capabilities. So far, their focus seems to be on recruiting more and more people, getting bigger. But logistical challenge remains. And it is mainly due to, I think, due to problems in money transfer and problems in uh, transfer of money, not to those who are really fighting the battle on the ground. This is second challenge. How to overcome this challenge? How to procure weapons? Fano fighters are capturing ENDF's weapons, Amhara police weapons, militia weapons, the storm police station, the storm ENDF camps, they steal their weapons, they capture ENDF members, militia members, they capture their weapons. But obviously, if you want to take the resistance movement to a new level, you'll need more and better weapons. You'll need vehicles too. There is extreme shortage of vehicles, extreme shortage of lots of things which are part of an armed resistance movement. All paraphernalia missing, I think. Third main challenge for Fano fighters is that they have made this a conflict, Amhara versus Oromo, which is a big mistake, I think, according to my understanding. In their statements, they say Oromo army, Brano Jula's Oromo army, etc. This narrative isn't going to sell, especially if Fano fighters start making gains and advance towards Addis Ababa. Oromos are already insecure. Border areas, Oromos, Amhara, living in the Amhara region, living in Oromia too. Because Fano groups tried to rally public support by launching this narrative that Oromo army is killing Amhara. Yes, they got public support in Amhara, but it disillusioned Oromos, who now see Fano groups as real threat to Oromo, Oromia government, Oromia federal leaders and federal government. Somehow, Fano has created this impression that this is Amhara versus Fano. They'll have to change their strategy. Because if they want to be in Addis Ababa, obviously they cannot reach Addis Ababa without passing through Oromos. Relying only on Amharas who are in Oromia isn't sufficient. They're uniting all Oromos. Ola, government, militias, all are united because the Fano group say that Oromo army is massacring Amharas. So they'll have to change this narrative, I think. Fourthly, lack of allies. Fano groups have no allies in Ethiopia. Why? Because they're not ready to make any concessions. How can you form an alliance? How can Fano hope to be an ally or form an alliance with Tigray while Fano is not ready to make any concessions about Volgayat? How can Fano make an alliance, create an alliance with Gumas while Fano still claim that Matakal is part of Amhara? How can Fano strike an alliance with Romos while narrative, as I mentioned earlier, that Romo army is killing Amharas, Romo soldiers are being taken prisoner, has been launched. They need allies. They try to attract allies. I'm talking about internal, not external allies. So far, they have not been able to get support from any region of Ethiopia. Afar, Somalis, Sidama, other southern Ethiopian regions, Gambala, Gumas, Tigray, no support. They'll have to find allies if they have bigger ambition of ruling over the entire country. Lastly, diplomatic challenge, lobbying challenge. Fano's image was that of a militia which committed atrocities against Tigrayans. That is what was Fano's image built during 2-year-long Tigray war. Tigrayan diaspora very influential, very active. Through lobbying, it internationalized Tigray conflict, which Amhara diaspora could not, by the way. There are splits in Amhara diaspora, and still we're seeing that keeping in with the gravity of the situation in the Amhara region, diaspora is not united. Amhara diaspora could not internationalize the conflict in the Amhara region. Some groups, some organizations are working in the name of Fano, in the name of Amhara. They say that they are in a contact with US lawmakers, with other Western diplomats, but one centralized, again, not just internally, not just in Amhara, outside Amhara as well, abroad too, there is no one central setup, one organization representing all Amhara groups, contacting lobbying firms, contacting lawmakers, MPs, diplomats, journalists in Europe, in America, to highlight the issues faced by Amhara people and to promote the narrative launched by Fano fighters. Some organizations are working, but there are then issues, disputes, disagreements between and among these organizations. These are some very important challenges which Fano groups are facing, uh, and they'll face the challenges more, especially if they start advancing towards the capital. If they start gaining more control in the Amhara region, you'll see that these challenges will become bigger. So they'll have to address these challenges. Let's see how they address these challenges. Thank you for watching.